Another episode of Ian's Rants in the Morning, episode number 3. Man, what a trip. You know what? I was talking about last night. I was at a Cinco de Mayo party for a few hours, which was nice. Good food, good people, cigars, drinks, all good. It was all good. We got in this conversation about some friends of ours that they're having a dispute, having a little dispute, and it's over a girl at this age. You know what I mean? I think he's 30s. He's in his 30s, and he's now. I got this is always an issue, but they're dating. The man is dating his good friend's ex-wife, and the question is how long do they have to be divorced in order to date within the circle? Now, in my eyes, the answer is never. But why? Why is that? Is it because I'm a little possessive over my girlfriend at the time, or if I had a wife, my wife at the time, and then now my best friend is dating? It's kind of weird, right? But why is it weird? Like you guys aren't getting along anymore, but you still have respect for each other. You just didn't get along and divorced. It's okay. But the best friend's in there now. But if they're all mature about it, what's the big deal? Everybody's adults. It's just relationships. It's just sex. Not a big deal. Everybody does it. But it's weird. It's still weird. And I don't know why. You know, I was brought up as, there's a million women in the world. You don't have to go after your best friend's wife. Now, if you believe your soulmates, I guess, I don't know. That's just sticky situation. I would just avoid it. I avoid it at all cost. Say, even if I did have a connection with my best friend's wife, and if he's listening, he's like, yeah, don't touch my wife, bitch. No, I wouldn't. I never would. Even if I had such a close, like sparks flew. It's a romantic movie. But I still wouldn't do it. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right in my body. Like, how could you even, quote unquote, make love to this woman that your best friend has had a relationship, once said I love you to, got married, even though it was a Vegas shotgun wedding. But is that the kiss of death? Is that the kiss of death to do a shotgun wedding in Vegas? Has anyone, or I would love to know if someone did a Las Vegas wedding where I guess they eloped and just took off and got married. Does that ever work? Is that ever a long relationship? I don't think so. I'm sure there's a few, but I think it's just more for fun, right? I think it's just for fun. So I would say, because relationships with women, if I'm speaking as a man, relationships, when you have a girlfriend come and go, they just do. I mean, they just do. But friendships are forever. They are. Friendships are forever for the most part. So to break that up over a girl that may break up with you, or a girl that may cheat on you, or it just doesn't work out. There's a mutual breakup. You know what I mean? Hey, Baron, what's up, buddy? Yeah, there's a mutual breakup. I think I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, man. So I would say there's a million girls in the world. Pick another one. Now, here we go. if I'm speaking as a guy, now this could come off horrible, but I'm speaking as a guy that doesn't necessarily, I guess I don't have a problem getting a girl, I guess, right? I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it. I don't have a problem with that. So if I don't get this one, I'll just get another one. Now I'm speaking, say, as a single guy, like if I'm a single dude. You just get another one. You don't take your boy's girl. You don't do it. Or you don't take the ex. You sure as hell don't steal. But there's two to tango. I mean, if she's gettable, she didn't want to be with you anyways. You know? So, and I'm sure throughout my relationships, I'm sure I've had girlfriends that have, quote unquote, cheated on me that I didn't know about, nor do I really care. But I think the fact that I've been so aloof to some of my relationships, and I just didn't care whether they cheated on me or not, maybe there's something to that. And maybe I'm fucked up. You know, maybe it's maybe I do have because yeah, I'm not the jealous type. I'm not the type that cares about where my girl goes, just as long as she's safe. But I don't care if, you know, I don't get jealous, because I feel if she cheats on me or hooks up with some other dude or girl, but you hook up with a girl, just come and tell me about it. It's all good. But it wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be. If you feel that someone can jack your girl, it wasn't meant to be. You know? But me and my girl have talked about this. Like, who is she talking about? There's an actor that she thinks is smoking hot. Oh, we were talking about Rick Fox, the basketball player. And he is a handsome man. Even I'll admit that. He's a handsome man. I think Rick Fox could take my girl. No doubt. And I almost wouldn't be mad at it. I don't think the relationship would continue, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I understand. I get it. It's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I mean, Rick Fox is, what, 6'6", light-skinned black man with a beautiful smile, and he's ripped. Come on. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it, man. You know what? There was one time where my girl and I were both at the gym, and I think she showed up at the Hollywood gym a little after me, and when I was at the gym, there was a dude that walked by me that was super Ian. He looked almost my doppelganger, except 6'4" and jacked. A lot more muscular than me, and 6'4". And I walked by him, and this is a fact. This is no lie. I had my headphones in, and sometimes when I have my headphones in, my inner thoughts will just come out. I looked at him, and as he walked by, we kind of met eyes a little bit. And I look at him and go, "What the fuck?" And then he kind of looked back, and I just kept walking. I was like, "Oh, did I say that out loud?" It's funny, I'm going to be honest with you. The competitiveness in that nature, I immediately wanted to fuck him up. Now, I bet you he'd fuck me up, but there was something about me that I was like, I got to get rid of this dude. He's got to go. He's got to go. You can't be Super Ian. He looked like when you'd make a character in like a baseball game, and you get to make your own character. You get to make yourself your avatar, and you make your avatar a little better looking than you, a little more fit. And my avatar would always be 6'4". 6'4", 200 pounds, shredded, right? Which I am not. Working on the shredded part, I guess. 6'4", not much I can do about that. But yeah, there was something about that competitiveness that when I walked by, I go, "What the fuck?" And I just stared at him like I need to shank this motherfucker. I can't have him walking the earth. I can't have him. He's Super Ian. But And I told my girl, I go, don't go in there. I don't want you to see, because if my girl thinks, she tells me I'm attractive, she tells me she likes me. That guy's me, but better. Like, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that dude? He's a altered universe of myself, right? Like, I bet at the time I was driving a Kia Optima. I bet you he was driving that super Kia. You know, Kia makes like a Corvette almost. And I bet you he was driving a super Kia. How much you want to bet? And now I got a new Jeep. My Jeep's the shit. I love it. Fully loaded. I bet you he's got a Jeep with a Hemi in it. He's got a Hemi, giant tires, right? Because he's a 6'4" sized man, jacked. He even kind of had the same tattoo configuration. And what does that mean? It mean, because my tattoos are just throughout my life. There hasn't been a sleeve or anything like that going on. I just kind of get them throughout the world, you know, on tour, or a friend or whatever. You know, I just kind of get tatted, and it starts to, I guess, make the way down my arms is kind of how it looks. His seemed similar, like he was just getting tattoos throughout his life, not, you know, how people just go in and get sleeved in a sitting. It was kind of a, man, he looked like me. He looked very similar to me in my eyes, you know, and it looked like a alternate, a multi-universe, an alternate universe me that just crossed paths. We just crossed paths in the gym, in the Hollywood LA Fitness, or Studio City LA Fitness. And it was a trip. And I remember this guy till this day. It's been probably 5-6 years since I was there. And man, what a trip. It was super, Ian. You know? But I told my girl, don't go in there. Don't go in there. And I told her about it. I go, there's super Ian in there. And she goes, I want. She couldn't find him. She couldn't. What if I just made it up? What if I didn't even really see him? Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? What if I make my figment of my imagination just saw what I hoped I would look like in this person, but that person never existed? Wow. I'm just blowing my mind right now. I never thought of that. What if that was the key? What if there was no super Ian? Oh my God. That's tripping me out right now. Early in this morning here. It's Friday morning. Wow. Super Ian. So anyways, but yeah, how did I get there? How did I get there? Oh yeah, from relationships. But so if I guess you don't blame people if you really believe this person is your soulmate. I guess you got to go for it, right? Now, I don't know if I believe in soulmates. I don't think I do. Now, my girl and I have a great relationship, even though we had a little argument last night. Probably both our faults. Probably. Usually it is. You know what I mean? And in fact, I don't think our argument it wasn't an argument, really. You know, I've gotten so mature. I go, look, my blood is boiling a little bit. I'm going to ignore you for the remainder of the period, just so I don't say shit that I don't mean. Because that happens. I'll just say shit that I don't mean. You know, like I do that a lot. And I don't. And when I get into an argument, I fight dirty. I get in there, man. I can come at you. I fight dirty. Anyone who's ever been into an argument with me. Now, if you're a person that is, you're listening to this, or my friends, and we talk face to face anyways. I've gotten into it with my friends, you know, and I come at you. I win almost all the time. And here's why I'll win. Here's why I win arguments. Say with another human being. Let's not say my girlfriend. Let's say is because I'm willing to burn it all down to to make my point. I'm willing to end the friendship. I'm willing to physically fight you. And I feel I'm a lot more witty, so I can make jokes in the middle of an argument. So, but there's something about the blood boiling that makes me crazy. I'll just say some shit that I don't even mean. I don't even mean it. But I'm saying it not to hurt you, to let you know that I don't give a fuck if you don't want to be my friend anymore. But I really do, though. Well, I mean, look, no, that's not true. I have a handful of friends that I give a fuck if they were like, hey, Ian, I don't want to ever speak to you again. I think that would hurt. It's a handful. The rest of you motherfuckers, I don't give a shit. I just don't. I want less friends. I want less friends, less birthdays, less weddings, less bullshit. But if you can't get into an argument, if you can't fight, if I can't be an asshole one night, and then you don't want to talk to me ever again because I was an asshole, well, I guess we weren't really friends. My friends know that I'll come back around, and same with them. You can be an asshole you can be an asshole. I was hanging out with my boy Justin last night, having a cigar. Great guy, love him. We grew up together. He's seen me be an asshole. And the next day it's a joke. He'll make a joke about it. We were laughing about the shitty things I was saying. We were just laughing. It's funny. It's not like he didn't want to talk to me ever again. He just goes, you're flying off on that one. Yeah, my bad. And it's all love. So I think we all are flawed, man. We all just fly off the handles. But I want to circle back. I want to circle back to what I was saying here with the relationships. It's a sticky situation. I really don't believe you should be dating your friends' wives or ex-girlfriends. And throughout life, people have done that. And throughout time, sometimes it works. But I think there's just so many more beautiful people out there that you can hook up with, And not to mention, if she's going to just bounce around all your friends, what do you think she's going to do to you? What, you think she's just going to stop with you because you're that amazing? Nah, she's going to keep going. She's going to keep going. Now, I've had this happen two times, I think. But throughout time, I've had friends' girlfriends say some shitty things to me as far as about their man, who is my friend, about their man or about their soon-to-be husband. I had a friend wife say to me, I wish I was marrying you. To me, that's a fact. And that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Because if I found out my girl did something like that or just said something like that, I'd be fucking heartbroken. So, and it's not like I'm even that good a catch. I'm not a good catch. I got a lot of flaws, man. You better believe that. I mean, look, I'm doing a fucking morning rant every day to keep me from snapping. It does work, though. I do enjoy this shit. But it's a great way to start the day. But yeah, I mean, in relationships, I am flawed, and here's how I am flawed: is I'm cold to nonsense, which means if I feel there's a nonsensical relationship battle going on, I check out. I go, look, I got no time for that. I got no time, and I think that's good and bad because it does show your partner there that your partner is a stupid thing to say. I think my partner. I heard a guy say my person. This is my person. I wanted to stab that motherfucker in the jugular. My person? What are you talking about? What are you, a dog? What are you in a Secret Life of Pets? My person? Are you crazy? It's your girlfriend. You sissy. Oh my God, man up. Put your shoulders back. Jesus. It's ridiculous. It's my girl, man. Your girl wants to be taken care of. It's my girl. Your girl wants to be protected, not my person. Jesus Christ. But anyways, my partner. I don't even like that one. My partner. If you're straight, it's my girl. If you're gay, it's my guy. My person. Stupid. But anyways, let me take a drink of water. See, now I'm getting all upset. Just having fun talking about relationship. Now I'm getting upset talking about vernacular. It's weird though, just words. It's just words. It's just English. It's funny. I speak one language, English. And it's funny how words in English can really piss me off or piss a person off. And it could ruin your day. It could start a fight. It could even end in a killing. Just words. It's a sound that you're making with your vocal cords that come out of your brain. So your brain sends a signal. You make those sounds. Like this is a sound. This is a sound that you understand. Isn't that interesting? It's crazy. And throughout the world, there's other sounds that we don't understand, and we have to learn these sounds. And these sounds are called languages, and words, and sentences, and verbs. And some make us mad, some make us laugh, and they're just sounds. That to me is insane. And I'm definitely speaking right now like a pothead, but I'm actually really not. You know, I'm not really in the weed that much at all. But yeah, it's a crazy thing. I'm making a sound that I understand. Even my dogs understand. They understand certain sounds. They just learn it. And I understand their sounds. I know when they got to go out and use the bathroom. It's the same little sound. It's a trip. Just sounds that are made. Sounds that we make sounds out of our head that can hook us up with the right girl or the wrong girl. She says a sound to you. She says a sound that could maybe turn you on, turn you off, make you mad, make you happy, make you sad. It's a sound. What a trip. Like if you really break down everything, it'll blow your mind. Just think about that today. Think about as you communicate at work and you're making a sound through a telephone, and the telephone it travels. Now I was about to say it travels through magnets and electricity, but now it travels through the airwaves, through a cell phone. That to me blows my mind. It blows my mind. I still don't really understand how a cell phone works. Right? And it travels through Wi-Fi, or it travels through the air up to space to a satellite and shoots straight down to that other person. And the moment you say it, and that's how our brain interprets it, is the moment we say it. But actually, it's actually on a delay, but that's how our brain interprets it. But it's really a trip. You know, it's the same trip now. It's the same trip as me on this microphone right now. This microphone, it goes out of my vocal cords into the condenser into this microphone through the diaphragm, and it vibrates with magnets. And it vibrates and goes through the cable into the interface, out of the interface into the computer, back out of the computer into my headphones. Actually, back out of the computer into the interface, back into my headphones. And I hear it just as I say it. Wow. It travels. It doesn't magically show up. It's traveling. And that's amazing to me. Anytime you go to a show, a concert, especially a big concert. Now, a big concert, you can see the delay. When the drummer hits the snare, pop, pop. It delays a little bit in big concerts because that sound has to get back to wherever you're standing. You know, like I saw Rob Zombie a long time ago at the Glen Helen Amphitheater. And I was in the back, sitting on the grass, way in the back. And you can you can see on the Jumbotron as he's singing, but the sound comes a little later. Still pretty good. Still pretty cool. But it's funny. Even Rob Zombie, he does the Rob Zombie-ness and goes, "How y'all doing out there?" Right, all in his Rob Zombie type voice. And everyone screams in the back, yeah, and then he uses his real voice. And then he goes, "Holy shit, that's far." And it is. Because you can see the hands go up, but the sound of the crowd comes back at Zombie late. It's very interesting. Very interesting, man. So you can blow your mind with everything, how everything is made. Just look around you. By you listening to this right now, it's coming through the internet back into your ears just as you're playing it. It's recorded on the internet. There's a space, there's a giant hub that holds all this data. And people are posting videos and audio and pictures at an alarming rate. Where is all that data? Just floating up there in the clouds, what we call the clouds? If we could see everything that's floating up there, it would just be a cavalcade of information, ones and zeros, in your head, ones and zeros, making you. It would make you crazy. And it's amazing that we've gotten there at this point. It's amazing. I mean, just really think about it, how things are made. How many things you don't have no clue how things are made. I have a few friends that make guitars. They make guitars from scratch, literally from wood. They order the wood. They design it, send this design into the machine. The machine makes the cut. It cuts the guitar just like they want it. They smooth it, they sand it, they gloss it, and then they string it up. Your choice of the pickups. The pickups are the magnets and that creates the sound, much like a microphone. A pickup is a microphone for a guitar. And they string it up, the type of strings, and they put it on. They call it a Gretsch, or they call it a Gibson, or they call it a Jackson. Whoever makes that guitar. And I play Gretsches right now. So it's a Gretsch. And the Gretsch is a beautiful guitar. The way it looks, it's sleek, it's slick. Every note has a great sound that you can make with your fingers. Through this wooden microphone that vibrates and creates sounds. And then you go on stage and you play that sound for people. And people enjoy it. Or they hate you. But it's amazing. And then what I love after, I get off stage or something, especially when another little guitar geek comes up to me and wants to talk guitars. I love it. And the fact that he wants to talk guitars is because he liked my tone. He liked the tone of the way I hit that guitar, the way I toned the amplifier, the way I tuned it, and how I tuned it to match with the band. I love talking about that. Not because it's my music or has anything to do with me, but it's very interesting how we humans, we look at that tone and we go, God, I love that tone. How did he do that? How did he make that tone? We all have different tone. Not one musician can get the same tone. Not one. Your hands are different. Your pick is different. Your the way you hit it, your strings, your pickups, your wood. Not one guitar is the same. Every piece of wood is different. And that to me is very amazing. And it's inspiring that somebody makes these guitars that I'm staring at right now that I love. I love to play. In fact, my friends make this guitar. That's awesome. That's awesome that I know people that make these things that I love to play. That's cool. And it blows your mind sometimes on how these things go. But what even blows my mind even more is how I got to talking about the creation of microphones and guitars from talking about relationships. You know what I mean? Those are excellent segues. It's a trip, though. It's a trip because if anybody's listening to this and then I go, like if I'm listening, I want to dive deeper on relationships, then I skew off into microphones. It's probably pretty frustrating, huh? but I think that's what it is. But anyways, cheers, you guys. Thanks for listening. I'm out.